evening and welcome to Bharat News on Bharat TV. I am Anjali Swami and here are tonight's top stories. President-elect Trump has begun shaping his incoming administration with pivotal appointments, including the selection of an India caucus head as National Security Advisor and former Congressman Lee Zeldin to head the Environmental Protection Agency. Meanwhile, economic forecaster Cathie Wood anticipates a turbocharged U.S. economy under Trump's leadership. Elsewhere, Kamala Harris supporters reconsider a boycott after the election. And the Indo-American community in Phoenix gathers for a grand Diwali celebration. In Indian news, a Khalistani terrorist has issued threats against the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, raising security alarms globally. Trump appoints Mike Waltz as National Security Advisor. President-elect Donald Trump has appointed Congressman Mike Waltz as his National Security Advisor. Known for his experience with the U.S. India caucus, Waltz's selection hints at a continued commitment to bolstering U.S. India relations, especially in areas of national security and Indo-Pacific strategy. Waltz, a former Green Beret and vocal advocate for strong defense measures, has previously emphasized the need for close ties with India as a counterbalance to growing regional powers. This appointment underscores Trump's focus on addressing strategic partnerships in South Asia amid shifting geopolitical dynamics. Trump names key figures for EPA, Homeland Security, and immigration. In a sweeping effort to strengthen his cabinet, President-elect Trump has announced several high-profile appointments. Former New York Congressman Lee Zeldin has been tapped to lead the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. Zeldin, known for his strong stance on economic development, is expected to prioritize business-friendly environmental policies. Trump's pick aligns with his broader agenda to balance environmental regulation with economic growth, potentially reducing regulatory burdens for U.S. industries. Additionally, Trump selected Congresswoman Elise Stefanik as the next U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. Stefanik, who represents New York, is expected to bring her expertise in national security to the role. Her appointment could signal a firmer stance on international diplomacy with a focus on advancing American interests at the UN. Rounding out the picks, Trump has named former acting ICE Director Tom Homan as his new head of border security. Homan's tenure as acting director was marked by his advocacy for strict immigration enforcement, and his appointment is likely to amplify Trump's focus on reinforcing border security. Alongside Homan, former Trump advisor Stephen Miller will return as a chief immigration policy strategist. Miller is well known for his influence on Trump's prior immigration policies, which emphasized stringent border control and restricted entry for certain visa categories. This team reflects Trump's commitment to reshaping U.S. domestic and international policies in line with his administration's goal. Senator Marco Rubio, expected to be named Secretary of State, reports indicate that Florida Senator Marco Rubio is Trump's anticipated choice for Secretary of State. Rubio, known for his expertise in foreign policy and strong stance against authoritarian regimes in Latin America, is expected to prioritize U.S. diplomatic relations in regions key to U.S. interests. Rubio has previously expressed strong views on fostering alliances with democracies while countering the influence of adversarial powers, including China and Russia. His selection, if confirmed, would mark a strategic pivot towards a firm U.S. foreign policy stance that aligns with Trump's America First agenda. Cathie Wood predicts Trump to turbocharge U.S. economy beyond Reagan's revolution. Cathie Wood, CEO of ARK Invest and a well-known economic strategist, recently commented that Trump's policies could turbocharge the U.S. economy, predicting a growth trajectory beyond that seen in the Reagan era. Wood highlighted Trump's commitments to tax reforms, deregulatory measures, and pro-innovation policies as likely drivers of economic growth, especially in technology, healthcare, and infrastructure. She suggested that Trump's agenda could accelerate investment in emerging sectors, potentially catalyzing a robust economic expansion in the coming years. Her optimism reflects a belief in the transformative impact of these policies on job creation and industrial growth. Kamala Harris supporters end Starbucks boycott post-election following the Democratic Party's recent election loss. Vice President Kamala Harris's supporters have announced the end of their boycott of Starbucks. Initially launched in response to management's perceived opposition to progressive agendas, the boycott was a statement of solidarity with Harris. However, with the election outcome reshaping the political landscape, supporters have decided to redirect their focus toward broader goals in light of post-election challenges facing the Democratic Party. Phoenix Diwali Mela celebrates Indian heritage and community growth. The Indo-American Cultural and Religious Foundation of Arizona, IACRF, recently hosted a lively Diwali Mela at the Bharatiya Ekta Mandir in Phoenix, drawing together the Indian American community for a vibrant celebration of lights. The event featured traditional performances, diverse food stalls, shopping options, and a fireworks display. Phoenix Mayor Kate Caligo attended the event, underscoring the Indo-American community's significant contributions to Arizona's cultural tapestry. The Mela also served as a platform for exciting announcements, including the establishment of a new medical college in Arizona aimed at addressing healthcare needs and offering more educational opportunities. Additionally, the development of Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing company's TSMC facility in Arizona was highlighted, promising substantial economic growth and job creation in the tech sector. The event beautifully embodied the spirit of Diwali, blending traditional celebration with a look towards Arizona's promising future. Khalistani terrorist threatens Ayodhya's Ram Mandir, raising global security concerns. Guru Patwant Singh Pannoon, a prominent leader of the banned group Sikhs for Justice, has issued threats to attack Ayodhya's Ram Mandir, a revered Hindu temple. Pannoon, in a video reportedly recorded in Canada, claimed he would shake the foundations of the site, with November 16 to 17 as potential dates. The threat, coupled with his warning of attacks on Indian diplomats in Toronto, has heightened security concerns worldwide. Indian officials and security agencies are taking these threats seriously, and the incident has sparked calls for increased vigilance to protect religious sites globally. India calls for comprehensive UN Security Council reform. India has reiterated its call for reforming the United Nations Security Council, advocating for expanded representation from emerging nations. Indian diplomats argue that the current structure is outdated and fails to address today's geopolitical realities. By advocating for inclusivity, India hopes to contribute to a more equitable global governance system, addressing the imbalances that favor established powers while marginalizing emerging economies. Canadian government response to claims of blocking Indian media outlets. Canada's Foreign Ministry recently addressed claims that it blocked an Indian media outlet's access, reaffirming its commitment to freedom of the press. The accusations, which suggested censorship of diaspora-related news, were strongly refuted by Canadian officials, emphasizing their stance on protecting journalistic freedoms for all, including the Indian diaspora. This statement reflects Canada's ongoing efforts to balance international relations while upholding fundamental rights. Canada ends fast-track STS visa program impacting Indian students. In an unexpected policy shift, Canada has ended its fast-track Student Direct Stream (SDS) visa program for Indian students, a move that could significantly impact students hoping for expedited processing times. Previously a popular option for those seeking quicker study permits, the program's suspension may affect enrollment trends as Indian students face longer wait times to begin their studies in Canada. This development has sparked concerns among prospective students and educational institutions alike, as Canada has been a favored destination for Indian students in recent years. That concludes tonight's news on Bharat TV. For more updates on these stories and others, visit our website or follow us on social media. I'm Anjali Swami, and we'll see you next time.